Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for June 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. That's Monday through Thursday. Of course, I'm using my two Radley Valentine decks. I'll use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main message. I'll pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. I'll also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now I'm going to, for the intro, pull a couple from my Waite Rider traditional tarot decks. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Now, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power. My job just deliver the message. Try not to get too much in the way of it. Anything that is put down, if it is reversed, I feel that that has a stronger energy. So just be aware of that. It may resonate a little bit more for you. One thing I do want to talk about, though, is on the 15th. The 15th, we have actually, this is going to be the second time this year that Saturn will square with Uranus. Now, the major changes, though, is that Saturn is now retrograde. So expect something, maybe some news, some announcements, some changes. Squares generally mean, to me, that it's kind of, they're a little bit, sometimes they can be working together, but many times it's working opposite of each other. And it's kind of like that conflict possibly of like siblings, and then just kind of, brother against brother, sister against sister. So there could be something going on like that. I feel that that could be in our personal relationships. It could also be something in the bigger, scheme of things. So that's going to be on the 15th. Change, and, Uranus is, of course, expect the unexpected. Saturn, I know I'm always saying this, but Saturn is about, Saturn in Aquarius is illusion versus reality. So expect some interesting energies going on. So let's start our readings now. Oops, forgot to pull a couple of these cards. So let's see what we have going on. Yeah, I do feel that with the that 15th, there could be a little bit of a struggle going on with us. We need to make sure we push forward. I'm not so necessarily worried about money situations, but we may have some choices that we have to make about money. We will be very creative. There will be some creative solutions. So let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here going on. And we'll take 3, 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what we have for this week. General, this could be very personal. This could be overview. First card. Okay, so this is a 7 of Swords. Sevens have that divine umbrella. Sevens have, is a divine number. It's one of those numbers it's one of those universal type of energies of something watching over you that's greater than what you normally have, or greater than your internal being. Let's put it this way. Swords is your Gemini, which we're in Gemini. Mercury is also retrograde in Gemini. It's also Libra. It's also Aries energy. It's air energy. Remember the swords. The swords cut through the air. The swords cut through the air and helps you to see things the way they're supposed to be. Or it helps you to see things clearer. Remember Saturn and Aquarius. Yeah, we talked about that all the time. But, this is one of those times that's like, am I really being trapped by my old thoughts? Do I have some new thoughts? In this one, you can see this person looks like she is, and it is a female, but it doesn't matter. It could be male or female. She looks like she's trapped. She looks like she's, basically in some sort of a prison. It's not a prison with the walls, but the swords are placed around her to just kind of give a threatening. But if you really look at her, a lot of this is in her head. A lot of this is, somebody bound her up. Somebody did do what they did. But there's options to escape. There's ways out of this situation. So a lot of this is being in your head too much. a lot of this is not necessarily, again, Saturn Aquarius, not necessarily seeing, or not necessarily distinguishing reality from truth. Okay? So there could be something happening, especially around that 15th, that, kind of, takes off or makes that blindfold slip a little bit, that loosens some of the binds, some of the bounds, the ropes, the ties that bind you, okay? Or binds us. Next card. Okay, so now this is the Nine of Swords. Nines have a completion to it. Nine of Swords is, that stinking thinking, is worrying about something that maybe you don't have maybe you don't have any real control over. Okay, this is those types of thoughts that keep you up at night. That's the ones that wake you up at certain hours of the night. So again, this is that type of energy, and again, I can see on that 15th that happening. People worrying about things, again, that you don't necessarily have the control over. So my thing is, take a chill pill, not really a pill, I don't recommend that, but basically meditate, connect with your higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, whoever that is, the source, to help bring you to a more balanced energy. Okay, so a lot of this is, you might feel trapped. There are ways to get out of it. But part of this trap is, part of this is you looking at the situation a little bit, maybe taking a couple of steps back to look at it from that global side, a little bit higher side, and at the same time, the energies can be such that they make us, worry, stress us out, kind of, again, that illusion versus reality. So let's see what we have here. The last card is the King of Cups. Okay, so Cups energy is water. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. The court cards all have an underlying energy, and the King's underlying energy is, is air energy, is the Swords energy. It's that, making plans, hearing news, seeing things, thinking things through, strategic type of thinking. So there is a lot of thinking going on. There is a lot of headspace going on with this. But the King of Cups has actually emerged the victor. The King of Cups has balanced the emotion with the intellect. Has kind of said, okay, yeah, this is what, maybe my thoughts, I see these things going on in the world, and my thoughts might be really overwhelming, but emotionally, the King of Cups comes out the victor, okay? The King of Cups has gone through every emotional situation you can think of and has become a fuller person, has become an integrated person, and actually comes out of it in a better place than they were before, okay? So a lot of this is going to be kind of a wait and see, just get through, just let things occur, let things happen, not necessarily to buy into, not necessarily to get too stressed out, because this is saying you might buy into, you might get stressed out, but it's not, but the King of Cups is very victorious. The King of Cups stands in his power, and it doesn't matter male or female, and just kind of overcomes. So there is a lot of overcoming type of energy with that King of Cups. Okay, so now let's start with our readings. Hello, my Virgos. How are you? Wow, I've been talking so fast. It's like, wow, everything has been just popping for me. So maybe, my Virgos, maybe your earth energy will calm me down a little bit. No, don't think so. Anyway, let's see what we have. Have you gotten the promotion yet? Have you gotten, are they at least in talks with you right now? Is there that, is that opportunity for some extra money coming for you? I'm feeling like, your work energy is just, it's getting faster. Yeah, so whew, I need to breathe. It's getting faster, it's getting more intense, things are moving. Maybe you're not seeing it. I think you should be seeing it. I think you should be hearing about it. They should be telling you. Okay. But sometimes, my Virgos, be aware, sometimes they like to try to undercut your worth. Know your worth. Know what you are worth. Anyway, first card is The seven of Michael. The seven of Michael. So sevens have the divine umbrella. It's a divine number. It's one of those things you do what you need to do, and there's something watching over, something taking care of you in that metaphysical. Yes, the source, the universal energies, the higher power, whoever that is for you. Okay? Michael is air energy. And again, Mercury is in Gemini, retrograde in Gemini. So it's Gemini, it is Libra, it is Aquarius, thought processes, making some plans. The 7 is saying that there's some options coming to you. Now, it's not the 8 where it's unlimited. No, there's some options coming to you. This is about there is another way that is going to open up for you. It's not necessarily going to be quite the way you think it is. My Virgos, you're very spiritual. You have a strong connection with the spiritual. You're going to be I feel like you're going to kind of be pulled into that different direction, or you should be hearing. They should be telling you. You should be knowing things. So things should be opening. Things should be being revealed to you. Anyway, there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Your next card, reversed, decision. Okay, so we have a 15, basically a 1 and a 5, or 1, 10, or a 5, whatever you want to say with that. 1's new beginnings, 10's transitional, but 15 is also about some changes, some options given to you. So again, there's something happening. There should be something happening. You can either go for whatever it is. I kind of get go for whatever the door is. Which door are you going to go for, Virgo? Which door do you pick? Do you pick door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? And somehow door number 3 seems a little more interesting to me. It doesn't mean that you need to pick it, but it's like, door number 3. So what are you're going to have some choices. You're going to have something presented to you. It could be very much about your career. It could be something different too, but it's all about choices for you. And again, it's like they should be telling you, you should be knowing. Okay. Archangel Jophiel, release yourself from that which holds you back, a need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. Your last card here, reversed, 10 of Raphael. So here we have that movement. So we have that 7, 1, 5, then 1, 0. Could be something. 10's transition, moving you forward. Raphael is our water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. It is again, there's the spirituality with this too. But this is kind of a divine providence. This is definitely with this Mercury retrograde, all of this karmic. So part of this is universal energy saying this is what you need to have. This is where you need to go. But a lot of it is also saying you have worked towards this, and it is also being recognized. So you're being recognized in both that spiritual, both that physical and that metaphysical world. Okay, so again, this should be something that is soothing to your soul, something that you're kind of like feels right to you also. It doesn't mean, whatever you're going to choose is your choices, but it is one of those, you're being recognized. And I know we did that. Didn't we do that? People are seeing you. So again, it continues down that, but there's some action. There's more action this week than there has been even in the past weeks. So there's been actions, but this is coming out more and more. Like I said, they should be telling you. Here we go. The 10 of Raphael is love and blessings fill your life, harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. I feel a lot of support here. I feel like this is a lot of support. Now, it could be family support, but it's relationship. And, relationships, work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. I feel a lot of support for what's going on here. Okay, let's see what we have. And again, they should be telling you. Okay, that card, I think that card wants to pop, so we're going to just see. Here we go. Ego. So we have a 15 and a 15. These are the same type of energies here. So some changes. Are you going to be worried about it? Are you going to be afraid of it? It does make you vulnerable. So to me, when it's vulnerable, it's kind of saying to me that maybe you're going into a spot that you don't necessarily feel as comfortable for. You're kind of like, I can see you, calling up your friends. Oh, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? Yes, my Virgos, you can do this. Do you want to do it? That's your choice. Anyway, ego, so we have that 15 again. So 15 means something. Archangel Jophiel again. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things. So again, this is one of those things as when you look at the package and not necessarily what you're doing. Okay, so they might offer you something that looks really beautiful about this, and kind of like look at the whole thing too. You want if this is a movement in your job or your career, you want something that will nurture your soul also. But negative or fear-based thoughts. So that's where that vulnerability comes in too. Anyway, but yeah, they should be telling you. Here we go. What crystal or energy for my Virgos? Clear quartz. That's a great one to have. Very versatile. Psychic abilities, enhanced intuition, mental clarity, magnified energy. So you may want to get some of that. Wow, yeah, these readings have been really strong, really coming out fast. Yours, I wanted a little bit of your earth energy. No. Anyway, my Virgos, remember the button. Please like, share, subscribe, because it really helps. More importantly, my Virgos, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.